Ron. This is the 190-pound MMA division. Brings us our first fighter for this fight, Mr. Hayden Valhalla Brown.
It's a great nickname.
Going a little Viking on us. I like it.
That's a great nickname. Yeah, as you said, JR, 190 pounds amateur MMA title here on the line.
These guys are going to have a lot of work to do to live up to the last fight that we just saw.
That was fun.
As you see typically on cards, they build as they go.
Yeah.
So I would not be at all surprised to have another barn burner.
And I will tell you right now, for those of you watching, our co-main event and our main event are going to be insane.
They could be headliners on
anywhere.
Any
yes.
big show in this state. Yes, sir.
The return of two of Colorado's favorite fighters. Ben Lugo is back, of course, taking on the ever-dangerous Michael Santos and hits like a Mack truck. And, of course, the return of the Hellboy, Josh Huber, finally after that collarbone injury that we saw, almost a year ago, right?
Yep.
I mean,
you're taking away my fight introduction, Ron.
Sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. We just love those guys. So definitely stay tuned for some big action coming up. And I'll let JR introduce it. Hayden Brown coming to us by way of Bang Muay Thai.
The Viking going a little country western on us here this evening.
Yeah, a little bit of a Kid Rock kind of thing going on, right? Mixing genres.
Tom Johnson, make sure the mouthpiece is in place. Don't leave any chiclets spread around the ring.
And his opponent fighting out of the Blue Course Shooting Center blue corner, Will Vandervier.
Mr. Vanderveer, happy to see himself here for a title fight this evening. Very tall, rangy fighter.
He's a fun fighter to watch. We've called him before, and I'll tell you, he's a fun one to watch.
Yeah, carries the 190 pounds really well.
Incredibly well. For that height, yeah. Mr. Vanderveer, obviously, Native American roots. Very, very cool to see. I love it.
Checking out the tail of the tape here, and we're talking about Vanderveer carrying that weight, 190 pounds on a 6'5" frame versus the 6-foot frame of Hayden Brown. Typically, you wouldn't look at Hayden Brown and call him a short, stocky fighter, but comparatively,
yeah,
maybe so. Pretty close in their records, 3-1, or their experience rather, but 3-1 for Brown, 2-2 for Vanderveer. So Vanderveer looking to take his freestyle style and get himself over the 500 mark, whereas Hayden Brown maybe looking just to make this a striking affair as he comes in with the Muay Thai style listed.
And I'll tell you, at 6'5", that reach advantage is significant, so I don't know if that's the right approach, right? But
yeah.
But we'll see.
That's why they fight.
That's why they fight.
Fight fans, this fight is brought to you by Brandon Dodge on Broadway, home of the big deal. Let's meet our two fighters. Fighting first out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner. He stands at 6 foot tall, weighed in at 183 pounds. Fighting out of Bang Muay Thai and One Hit MMA with a record of 4-2. From Layton, Utah, Hayden Valhalla Brown. And his opponent fighting out of the Blue Course Shooting Center blue corner. He stands at 6 foot 5 inches tall, weighed in at an even 190 pounds. Fighting out of CRST Gym with a record of 2-2. from Cheyenne River, South Dakota, Will Vandervier.
If you're going to have a tattoo across
This
your
title
chest
fight
that
is
says
scheduled for
Mama's
3
Boy, you
trivia
better be a
rounds. Your
fighter.
referee is Dean Abeda.
And he is.
Say no jumping techniques allowed, sir.
Not in this roof. Here we go, JR. First round, touch of gloves.
Hayden Brown wearing the Sparta trunks. And immediately, the guy listed his style as Muay Thai ducks for that double leg.
Timed it beautifully. Very good ability from Mr. Brown to control that really awkward length and kind of weight distribution of somebody that's 6'5", JR.
Yeah, and looking to use that length.
Uh-oh.
Trying to wrap it up here.
Look at
Could get an
this.
inverted triangle. And
Did not see that very
did not.
often.
Not able to get that, but showing that he has some submission tricks of his own. It's Mr. Vanderveer. But Brown transitioning into the dominant position and immediately starting to want to isolate an arm. See if he can get an Americana here, which typically you see that from side control, reaching across, going for the forearm. A little easier to lock that up. You have to stretch your body out a little bit in order to get it from mount and sometimes lose position there. But what we're not seeing from Vanderveer is really any attempts to escape, Ron. He's
Or
not
to stand up.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, Hayden Brown's his hips are very heavy. He's got a very, very pressuring type of top game right there. You can see him kind of throwing both
Wrapping
legs.
it up.
Yeah. Oh, and you were right, JR. There you go. I didn't even see that happening. Good call.
And good job by Vanderveer on the defense, and Vanderveer trying to lock up the head and arm choke off the bottom, that being an exceptionally rare feat.
Yeah.
And now working off on the other side is Brown, so showing, hey, I'm just going to wear your arms out up here. You can use all the strength you want to defend this. Up here I can use leverage and weight, and then when you're tired, I'll throw some power on top of it.
Oh, and there's a tap. That is a tap.
My goodness, immediately holding his elbow. Doc Alex getting in there. And I'm actually kind of glad to see he's holding his elbow and not his shoulder.
I agree.
Elbows heal
Agree.
fairly quickly and
Agree.
typically fairly uncomplicated. Shoulders are a difficult comeback. So congratulations, Mr. Brown, making the long drive to us here and gets to go home with the Sparta Combat League 190-pound elimination title. Way to go, sir.
Hayden Brown putting on a really good performance. It might have been just an awkward movement and an awkward lock for him. Vanderveer was doing fine, but all of a sudden just stopped, and I think it just kind of maybe was one of those little, positional tweaks as he was taking that position.
Silly radial collateral ligament. I hate that.
And there's that.
Well, there's that.
And it's interesting, Hayden Brown coming in as a Muay Thai listed fighter with a USA Wrestling tattoo on his shoulder. Gotta love it as we take a look at the Blue Core Shooting Center replay.
Oh, wow. Just beautiful.
Perfect timing.
It does not get better than that.
Perfect timing.
I see your overhand right. I answer you with my double leg.
And very, very smart of him to use the cage to push off for leverage to avoid Vanderveer getting that full roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dean Abeda has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 20 seconds in round one, declaring your winner by submission via Americana, Hayden Valhalla Brown.
Hayden Brown taking home the 190-pound amateur title. Good job from Valhalla.
fly that on the mast of the ship on the way home.
Yes. Yes.
I'm backstage with Hayden Valhalla Brown, who just won the 190-pound MMA title. Hayden, walk us through what happened for that finish.
The game plan coming in, I knew he was a big, tall, lengthy guy. I knew he'd have a big reach on me, so I was going to wait for the opportunity to take him down. And then my plan was to try to ground and pound him for the finish. But I got the takedown like planned, and when I got into side control, I was kind of looking for the submission because he was so lengthy. I was worried if I postured up to throw too many strikes that he'd buck me off. So I wanted to stay in tight and look for the submission, and that's exactly what happened.
Did his arm break? It was hard to tell from our view.
It definitely popped a couple times, and he was a freaking warrior. He did not tap. It started popping, and then he tapped, and the ref stopped it, so it possibly broke, yeah.
Great fight, first finish of the night. Congratulations on that shiny new belt.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your night.